You know, I might have missed the other games for Game of the Year awards. In like, what is it, like 4 days, the Game Awards will be announced. Is that enough time to play Death Stranding 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then also Death Stranding 2 and Donkey Kong Bonanza? Yes. And now the way of which I'm going to be able to play all of these games really fast is by making up everything about these games and giving them artificial points based off of what I make up about them. And also they will work in a collective parliament together to elect the new prime minister. So let's put all of these elements together here. I'm going to create one of the worst art pieces that have ever been known to... Actually, I should also pull the brain rot off of my phone. I have way too much brain rot off of my phone. You know, I think it's probably a bad idea to consume this much brain rot, but you know what they say. I don't know. I don't know what they say either. Probably going to be a quick stream today, and if I have more time, I'm wondering what to play after, because I'm thinking it'd be really funny to either run TFT or maybe more TFT, because I can't stop my TFT addiction. There's a new set. I mean, I have to at least look at it, you know? So which game should we start with first? Death Strand. Okay, so I think we'll start with Death Stranding because I think I understand Death Stranding a lot. So Death Stranding is by the beach. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to put some water in this corner here. And once we get some water here. Yeah. That looks... Wait, no, it's got to be sand. We're going to add the sand. Oh, nope, that doesn't... Nope. All right, so we're gonna have it all be blue for the moment. Yeah, so that'll be very pretty, and then we'll fill in. Then we'll. You know, I've appeared to have made some mistakes already. Let's. We'll add stuff to the other side at some point. So, Death Stranding 2, I mean, it's gonna have some sand. So we gotta put the sand from Death Stranding over there as well. I mean, this looks very ugly, so I don't think the game's gonna be winning a lot of like prettiness points, but you know, it's about the content, not necessarily the graphics, you know? We're gonna make it all nice and beautiful later on. So once we got the beach in there, because it's Death Stranding, but up and it's gone. You know, I guess there's not really going to be a beach. You know what? Let's restart this whole thing, because this is... No, I just want to purge this whole thing from existence. This is terrible. This is absolutely horrible. You know, maybe I had this idea in my head, but then I realized I can't draw, and I'm horrible at drawing, and I'm drawing with a mouse. This is not necessarily... I should put in the disclaimer that this is not necessarily an accurate representation of Death Stranding 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, or the other one. Okay. We'll try this again. Let's switch our brush. I will do calligraphy pen. Can I increase the size of the brush? Because I have not used this in a while. I feel like there's a way to increase the size of the brush. I need to conquer like more space. All right, now we can add on the sand and it doesn't look like garbage. All right, there we go. Now we're actually Death Stranding 2 here. So could it be better? Yeah, but I mean, this is probably the closest we're gonna get. So there's the beach from Death Stranding, and then, you know, there'll be some blue in the background because it's like high tide or something. I don't know. It's basically the closest thing we got there. And then so we have to draw what's the name here? It's like Norman Reedus. Okay. I gotta get an accurate picture of Norman Reedus. Okay, so we're gonna... Can I copy an image directly onto Paint? The answer is yes. Oh, this makes... Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Now that I can add images from the internet, we're gonna create such a beautiful array of... Oh, that also added a lot to my workspace as well. We're now 4,000 by 600. Gotta zoom in more. Alright, well, we're gonna have a lot of room now, so it looks like we're gonna have a lot of stuff to play with here. So we gotta add... Alright, so let's grab Norman Reedus. We gotta put him over by the beach. Alright, we're gonna take him and we're gonna put him by the beach. Alright, he doesn't want to move from his spot, so, you know, he's a very independent person, you know, trying to figure out how to deliver the mail, so, we have to make him a safe path in order to deliver the mail on the beach. Alright, yeah, it's like we're gonna have to readjust, so we're gonna make this all sand then for him. We're gonna make it all delicious, beautiful sand for you, Norman Reedus. We're gonna make this all delicious, beautiful sand for you to drive your car onto. Oh, it's switched. All beautiful, delicious sand for you. Oh wait, we also have to add the baby. Let me get an image of the baby, and I don't even know where my mouse is anymore. Alright, the baby, because Norman Reedus also has the baby. We're gonna add the baby onto here. So let's add the baby onto here to go with Norman Reedus. Did I copy just another image of Norman Reedus and just paste it onto here? If so, that might be really funny. But let's... Oh, there's the baby. Yep, so we gotta give Norman Reedus the baby in the background because that's a part of the plot as well. And then, so we gotta also get the best friends of Norman Reedus in a hot moment. Wait, who does Norman Reedus play in Death Stranding? Who does Norman Reedus play in Death Stranding? Oh, he plays a guy named Sam. Or does Sam Porter Bridges play Norman Reedus? I don't know. Kojima does like to play mind games. All right, let's check to see what else we need here. So we have Sam Bridges and the baby here, and then okay, I gotta finish adding on the sand, because this is probably one of the most important parts to Death Stranding, is making sure there's the sand in the beach. So now that I have a lot more room, that should make it very easy to add in a bunch of other games as well. So here's the sand, and so we gotta also, what is it? We have to draw the motor vehicle, or like the legs that what is it, that Sam Bridges will be using to get across. Actually, idea here. Where is my marker? So let's get Norman Reedus. All right. Yeah, and there's Norman Reedus's legs. Probably, wait, and the shoes. Don't forget the shoes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's fill in those shoes as well, you know. It's like, don't want to be not stylish, you know. We gotta add probably some like laces on there too. So let's get a couple of laces on there. Because I think I was like, it might be a little bit difficult to draw on the white, so I'm gonna add just a couple of laces on there in order to make them fit properly. All right, it's gonna take a second to load real fast. Yeah, I copied. Yeah, I copied it. Okay, let's go to the selection tool and then add it in there. Yep, there we go. So here's our lace. So we're gonna put our laces across the shoe. Yeah, there we go right there. Now that looks really pretty. All right, now Sam Bridges has some really stylish shoes. Okay, do we want to add in the motor vehicle? I think that might be a good question. Does he need the motor vehicle? Very good question. Yeah, let's add in. Okay, so before we start to actually build the road that Sam Bridges will be going on, let's get in his famous bicycle. Watercolor brush, oil brush. Okay, we'll add the calligraphy pen. So we'll add. So where should the bicycle? So we'll add the bicycle right here. So we gotta add. There we go. So here's at least the outline of the bicycle that Sam Bridges drives in Death Stranding 2. It looks really, like, after putting the image together, I think this is probably one of the prettiest games I've seen in a very long time. I'm going to be honest. That's a very striking image right there. So let's add the rest to our wheels. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh yeah, I mean, it's like we also have to have like that too, so it's like, you know, it's like nice and stable. Yeah, bicycle. Oh yeah, don't forget the seat as well that goes on the bicycle. Yep, there we go. All right, this is looking very pretty. Is there anything that needs to go on the back of the bicycle? No, not really. But we do need to make sure that the front of the bicycle is very stylish. So the first things first, we can't be having some like basic looking like bicycle, right? Like that'd be a shame. Like an absolute shame. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it absolutely beautiful and wonderful. I'm gonna Control Z that. I need to see if there's a way to increase like the brush like length on the pen, because I feel like I could draw it a lot better, much larger. I think I might just stick to marker for the moment and see if that looks very good. All right. It could look better, but I think this works at the moment. Then we gotta give like the honk. All right, beautiful. You know, Sam Bridges' famous horn on his bicycle. Gotta add what is the last thing? We gotta add the handles. We gotta add the handlebars on here. That is the one of the most important parts. So we're gonna add the handlebars. I need you, and now I wonder. All right. Anything? Oh, the bell. We gotta add the bell onto the bicycle. That's probably like one of the most important things. How else is he supposed to let people know that he's delivering the mail? And he never fails to deliver the mail. He's like, he might be even better than Tyrone the mailman. Then add the Yeah. Oh yeah, and the tassels. The famous Death Stranding 2 pink tassels. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful right there. Now, I don't know if you've played Death Stranding 2 before, but this is basically like the exact same image of Death Stranding 2. Like, look at, I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful right there. My God. Like, I know. I probably should be able to design Death Stranding 3. What wonderful, magnificent. I mean, there is something to be said about beauty, and I think there's a lot that you could draw from this. I mean, just like, wow. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I really just don't have words to describe how beautiful this is. Like, I think I haven't really been able to really describe like the Death Stranding 2 Strand like gameplay, but I think with the Strand like art, I mean, there is without a doubt no contest. Hideo Kojima, this is the prettiest game ever since Metal Gear. I mean, I'm just so proud. But now we actually have to build the gameplay section, so we have to actually build the road for Sam to deliver the packet. Oh, we forgot. No, not we. I forgot to add the package. What package would Norman Reedus be delivering? Um what's one of Kojima's favorite things of all time? And I'll tell you, it's not what you're expecting. There Oh, no, 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 no. We're not exiting out of this. This is too beautiful to exit out of. All right. So, what's the most beautiful thing that Kojima has ever thought of? Did I not copy it? I don't think I copied it. Copy. That's right. A copy of Pizza Tower, and that's going to be the package that's going to be delivered. Oh, wait. No, he delivers more than one package. So, what are Kojima's three things that he loves the most? So, Pizza Tower. Okay. Then Kojima also really likes. Come on, copy and paste it. Norman Reedus. So that'll be our second package. And then, what will our last package be? Actually, let me just pull up Kojima's Instagram. Kojima Insta Hideo Kojima Hideo Kojima Insta Instagram Hideo Kojima. Boom. Okay, I'm looking at Hideo Kojima's Instagram. Okay, so right now we're looking at a lot of things that are very artistic. So this means so he really likes art. So we already have Pizza Tower on there. He really likes movies and TV, so he put Norman Reedus on there. But there's the one last thing of like what else is there to represent? Hmm. This is a very good question. Oh, I am such an idiot. How could I not even think of this? You know what? I am absolutely sorry, Kojima, that I could not think of this beforehand. I can't believe it. I forgot to put the entire album of Duran Duran that came out after Metal Gear Solid 5, but somehow found its way in Metal Gear Solid 5. So I have all aspects of Hideo Kojima here. We have art, movies and TVs, and music. And this is all of the packages that Kojima would want delivered. And now we can actually get to the gameplay element that we've been looking for. So let's start drawing this. I gotta get off the select tool. We on the right brush? So let's build our highway. And where's the destination gonna be? It's gonna be probably... it's probably gonna be this, yeah, this house. The door. Give them a little window. And who's gonna be inside of this window? Actually, probably should have someone be really famous. We'll have Jack Black in that window. So there's Jack Black in that window. Now look at Jack Black. Let's finish our roadway so we could give a commentary about the gameplay. Gotta make sure that Sam Bridges is not off-roading because that's very dangerous. Then we'll add a couple yellow lines because, you know, we need some lanes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so the last thing is like, gotta make sure that none of these yellow pieces escape out into the wilderness because they will infest everything else. So I have to make sure nothing has escaped. And it looks like nothing has escaped. I just want to make sure that I can fill everything without any problem. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And so what color should the road be? Well, it's by the beach, right? So I think the correct color for this should be gray. So, yep. Look at that right there. That is a Death Stranding 2 road if I've ever seen one. There is just something to say about like art and game design. Okay, so now that we have our whole delivery system here, we got to finish building the beach part. So let's add the rest of the sand, and then we got to finish adding the water. Oh, wait, we have to add the darkness because like that's like the whole thing. So that we have to add the darkness, and the darkness, what it does, it goes like this, and it's like I hate mail. Yeah, there's the darkness right there. Or who is the, what is it? The drowned, or what is it? Who is I forgot the name of them. Who is the main enemy of Death Stranding? No, I don't care about like who's in charge of like groups of people. Who are the blobs in Death Stranding? Oh yeah, BT. That's what they were. Yeah, BT. I remember the entirety. So this evil BT is like, I hate mail. So we have our main antagonist as well. What element is missing from? Oh, Gotta fix the house real fast. It kind of got covered in beach right there. That's not what Jack Black's house looks like. Jack Black's house would probably be purple. Yeah. And Jack Black's window would also be purple. Yeah, that's beautiful right there. What wonderful art. You know, sometimes my genius astounds me too. Gotta make sure we have some mountains because, like, you know, it can't all be like flat land, so we gotta add some mountains. Nice, beautiful mountains. Alright, so we have some more unique environments by adding some mountains in there. Our water, we might want to fix up our water. Alright, and now the water's basically fixed now. Okay. So water is basically fixed. What else? What else happens in Death Stranding? So Sam Bridges' awesome, unique bicycle, the packages, the baby, the BT, Jack Black's house for delivery, water, sand, different terrain. Oh, I forgot rocks. Gotta add some rocks in there. How silly of me. Gotta add in some rocks. Alright, now we have the rocks in there. Okay, now what else? Yeah. Jack Black's house needs a nice couple of bushes in front. And then we'll fill those real fast. Beautiful. Okay. Now that we're at the precipice of finishing off Death Stranding 2, I think, is there anything else? Oh yeah, all the unique characters. So I forgot to add in all of Sam Bridges' friends. So we have Hand Lady. So we'll put a hand right there. Doll Guy, which is different from a BT because they're a doll. So we'll add that right there. Alright, and that's about all the people I remember. So, now with that being said, we have the whole cast of things now. So let's go over the points. So, based off of this, probably the most artistic design I've ever seen in a video game in a long time. The unique package delivery system of Kojima delivering all of his favorite stuff to people in the mail is pretty cool. So gameplay-wise, I think this is probably the best gameplay I've ever seen in existence. My only caveat is that I feel like the BT have a really predisposed position on mail, and I feel like that doesn't really make any sense at the moment. Oh. The audio stream current bitrate 0 is lower than recommended bitrate. What? How did it go to 0? When did that happen? Weird. Now I will say, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the BT. So the BT not really liking mail. It really confuses me a little bit because I feel like the BT would actually be really big fans of Amazon because like what is it, they don't have to leave their like water or stuff or anything. So I really feel like they're really underestimating the importance of packages here. So but then again, I think that says a lot about society, where even though there are things that can help us, we ignore them in favor of our own beliefs, you know? So really, I feel like it's also an extremely good story because the philosophy of the whole thing really just makes you think when you think about it. And you think about, what does it mean to deliver mail, and also to be the one who delivers the packages, and then see those who reject the mail and the packages. It's a very interesting question. Now, I think with that being said, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here real fast, and we're going to cut off this section. So we're gonna have our next like canvas. Actually, yeah, let's make two 3 sections for our canvas. So we'll see like all of them once they're done. And then so this side's the beach. Let me just pull up a random image of Death Stranding 2. What's a random image from Death Stranding 2? What's grass? Oh yeah, there's grass. So we should add some grass in there. All right, so we'll add the grass once I draw on that the mountains shouldn't have grass inside of them. So we'll let those mountains be like uniquely themselves. You know, let's not destroy these beautiful mountains. The rocks, on the other hand, I'm gonna say that's just like lichen and moss. So like, you know, close enough. There we go. And now the mountains are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like you see, we have the sand, we have the grass, we have the water, and we have everything that made Death Stranding 2. So let's tally up the total in this corner of the amount of points that I think Death Stranding 2 is going to get for the Game Awards. And so now thinking about it, I think at the current moment, I think there's at least 2 Game Award points. So at the very least, we have at least 2 Game Award points as our total. And so far, I think that's a really, really good thing. So Claire Obscure, Hades 2, and I don't know any other games have at least 2 points right now. So it's a really, really tight game right here, seeing all those 3 games have at least 2 points. Well, now with that being said, let's move on to our next game. So now we need to do either Donkey Kong or Kingdom Come Deliverance. So we're going to do Donkey Kong because I have an idea for that. So we're going to boom, 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 boom. All right. Beautiful. I gotta say, Donkey Kong Bonanza is probably going to be one of the prettiest games of the year. But I think with such a focus on Donkey Kong, we really have to recognize the focus is being on like Donkey Kong's like gameplay, movement, and mechanics. So we gotta, and Donkey Kong has a great set of chompers. Yeah, beautiful. DK Donkey Kong. Alright, and now what is it? We can fill in Donkey Kong's face right here. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I probably should have made the outline a black line, so let's... That kind of looks like a giant talking piece of poop. Alright, now it looks like Donkey Kong now that I've added the black line in there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I need the Donkey Kong mouth color. So we'll add the Donkey Kong mouth color in. There we go. Does Donkey Kong have a nose? Let's look up Donkey Kong Bonanza real fast. Oh no, I've messed up Donkey Kong already. I drew all of Donkey Kong's fur, but not like the 8 parts real fast. So let's fix this real fast. So it's like I am improperly representing Donkey Kong by using this image actually. So we'll make a better Donkey Kong in the background. So let's first I need like a peach color real fast. All right. So let's, okay, so Donkey Kong's like eyeball. So it's like, so this whole thing is the pronunciation of his eyebrows. All right, cool. And then we have going back to, it goes, okay, so it goes all the way around the teeth. So it has to go all the way back there. Okay. I might have messed up Donkey Kong's design from the forefront. Alright. Yeah, I think I might have messed up Donkey Kong. I think I have failed as like a gamer to properly represent Donkey Kong here. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, I guess idea. I can fix it. I can fix it. Alright, I fixed it. Let's just... Alright. And just like that, what a beautiful image of Donkey Kong I've just drawn there. Absolutely wonderful and beautiful. Alright, now... Was I planning to add anything else now, actually? Or was it just the plan to just have it be Donkey Kong? No, I'm saying that out loud, but, you know, I have to, like, constantly ask myself these questions that I make about myself. What was my original plan? What was the original design? Man, I really am unoriginal. What else to add here? What else was a thing from Donkey? Oh, Donkey Kong also has a DeBaby as well, so let's also add in a DeBaby for Donkey Kong. So we'll add in the baby for Donkey Kong as well, and the baby's gonna sit on Donkey Kong's shoulder. Yep, there we go. So Donkey Kong gets a baby. Who who else needs to go on here, actually? Let me look at some Donkey Kong Bonanza. What goes into Donkey Kong Bonanza? Oh, I don't even have any banana. Oh, man. How can I be considered a Donkey Kong fan if we don't even add in some bananas? And then now let's add in the beauty. Oh, that's, oh, it's filling in all the pixels. Alright, let's draw the banana. Uh-oh. Alright, the banana's gonna be stuck there, so let's draw the banana actually on this side, actually. So we're gonna draw the banana like this. And it might kind of look like a pepper in a way, but it is a banana through and through. So we'll just add in the banana right here. So there's the banana. All right. Anything? What else are we missing, actually? Boom 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 boom. What else needs to get added into Donkey Kong Bonanza? Banana, the baby, Donkey Kong. I mean, I feel like I have everything in there, actually. I feel like that's done. I mean, so let's go to the points that Donkey Kong's going to be getting here. Alright, so Donkey Kong looks really cool. There's a banana, and there's a seconder banana. The baby looks very cool. So in terms of like story, I guess it's like pretty solid, like the bond between the baby and Donkey Kong. Now the actual gameplay, you collect bananas, and I really like bananas, so I think probably at the moment Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be getting at least 2 points. So right now that's actually a really good score because Death Stranding 2, Hades 2, and Clair Obscur all have at least 2 points right now. So that puts another game at least 2 points, putting them neck and neck with each other. So I'll be honest, really solid performance, even giving my own shortcomings with it. So now we have to do a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't know anything about this game, actually. So it's like Knights, right? So it's oh, it's Knights. So it's basically Dark Souls. Oh, I already know everything about Dark Souls. I've got to say that's already at least 2 points. All right. So we have Death Stranding 2 with at least 2 Game Award points. We have Donkey Kong Bonanza with at least 2 Game Award points. And then we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 with at least 2 Game Award points. So in total, gotta say it's a highly competitive Game Awards this year. Though I do say, like, each of them have, like, their own, like, art, like, what is it? Have their own different, like, artistic representation. So, I'll be honest, I feel like it's a very, very, like, even though it's a very competitive, like, game season for the Game Awards, let's just say, I mean, I respect all the effort and, like, differences that each of these games, like, show, you know? And gotta say, absolutely proud of all of the players here. you can definitely see it's like where some effort in the visuals put. But at the end of the day, it's like graphics should not be the biggest consideration for the Game Awards. The only thing is, like, I do already have a bias towards Kingdom Come Deliverance because it's Dark Souls, basically, and I'm a big Dark Souls fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's like, I had to, like, look past my own bias to, like, make this, like, executive decision here. So where does that leave us now? What do we got now? Do I want this to be a short stream and just have it be the bit? Or do I want it to be something more than just the bit? Should I go to the grocery store and go buy all of these games, a PS5 and a Nintendo Switch 2? I actually could, if anything, the one game I could actually already start is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Is that gonna get done? Well, I already beat Dark Souls, so I was like, yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is done. Yeah. 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 Oh, I think what I should do is we should do a big zoom out. I was about to pull up and see. Right? A little bit more. Look at that. Look at that beautiful art. Oh my. Absolutely beautiful art that we have right here. You can just see the absolute inspiration behind all of these games here by just looking at that. Wow. Now, I think with the Game Awards, we really have to pull back and look at them like this. I'm just proud of all the games that have competed. Like I really can't say anything what is it, too negative about all of these, like given that I never started any one of them except Dark Souls here, I mean Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Wow. Just wow. And I think, I said it's like, should I do TFT after this? I think after seeing such a beautiful, like, artistry like this deserves to be looked at. Like, how could you go to this to TFT? Like, that is just disgusting. Like, that is an insult to the artistry that these, that these developers have made, And with that, I think this is just going to be a very short stream today, Like, this is beautiful. Like, this is, wow. Art. And with that, I'll say bye-bye.